Yes, we've returned to Erie, PA. This is the outside of the Erie Civic Center multi-purpose arena near downtown. Inside with the lanes installed, we're ready for the action, and so is this crowd. Listen. Our live telecast of this April Fool's Day Splitfire Spark Plug Open is about to begin. So let's meet our finalists, ladies and gentlemen. In our first game, looking for his second PBA title from Oklahoma City, Mike Edwards. He'll face the player appearing in his 5th consecutive finals in Erie from Stockton, California, PBA President W.R.Williams, Jr. The third-seeded player is making his 2nd consecutive appearance in the finals from Baltimore, Danny Wiseman. Next up is the 6-time winner and the 2-time TFC winner from Beaumont, Texas, Mark Williams. And our tournament leader owns 2 PBA titles from Bolingbrook, Illinois, Steve Jaros. That's our field of finalists for this afternoon's Splitfire Spark Plug telecast from the Civic Center before about 5,000 local fans. $180,000 is the total purse, and Nelson Burton Jr. gets split up pretty nicely.
You sure is, Chris. The second Splitfire Open. We have a tremendous field. All 5 players are champions. Splitfire has $39,000 on top, and we're ready to go with 2 great players in the first match, Edwards and Walter Ray Williams.
Yes, and these specially installed lanes by AMF are gleaming as we get the sincere handshake from the PBA president and one of his members, Mike Edwards, from Oklahoma City, originally from Tulsa. Of course, Walter Ray is a Californian, PBA Player of the Year and 6-time World Horseshoe Pitching Champion. But can he bowl? What a pocket hit, Bo.
Well, Chris, he's using a shot I haven't seen a player use in a long time. It's almost absolutely perfect, even the full roller type, similar to Billy Hardwick years ago. Now Mike Edwards, much more power, his first shot.
33-year-old with 1 victory, came in Toronto last year. Nice little hop at the line and a little mixing action, and we're all even after 1 frame for each.
Well, Edwards with just a real strong style, a strong body, 5-step delivery, just eats up the rack on this shot. Look at everything in perfect position, the good solid cupped wrist, and watch how he drives straight through at the foul line. Very little vertical movement with his head, a good follow through. You can't start a match any better than that. Both players perfect.
Mike Edwards playing to the crowd. Good boy. Listen to them respond.
Well, Chris, this is a new entity in bowling at this level. You have to get the crowd into the game on your side, and he has a tough opponent in Walter Ray, who is a former Bowler of the Year.
And we have our first 10 pen of the afternoon on the right side of the championship pair.
We've seen the style of Walter Ray many times, but look at his hand position. It's on the side of the ball in kind of a suitcase position. He's taking the power out. Look at his thumb is down, and he's driving right through this area, but he's not going to get the big hook, and because of that, he leaves the soft 10, a spare for Walter Ray in the second.
Number 4 in career earnings at $1,464,539. This is Walter Ray, Stockton, California. A couple of degrees from Cal Poly. Well, he's pure on the left lane.
Well, Chris, all the players are crossing or having a break point about 45 feet down the lane on what we call the 5 board. These are all synthetic lanes, so that's about 5 inches in from the right-hand channel. Regardless of how big a hook you throw, you have to get to that point to make it break smoothly into the pocket.
And Mike Edwards, the Oklahoman, has now 3 in a row. Mike's wife, Meg, is back home. She is studying pre-med medicine now. Keeps her plenty busy. But rooting, you can bet. So Mike gets a 10 on the left lane.
The one concern of the players, Chris, has been the 10 pin. As you see this shot right here, Edwards a little quick with the ball. It hangs a pinch. 6 pin just bounces around the 10, and they're not quite getting the finish in the bowling center today that they expected. It could be because of the humidity, the temperatures are warming up. All those little bitty factors have an effect on the break point of a bowling ball. Only inches make a difference.
Staying clean. Spare in the 4th. And it's a 19-pin lead by Mike Edwards. We're at the Erie Civic Center, where just a short time earlier, bowling fans were treated to a roast. That's right. Carving duties were handled by Splitfire Sales Vice President Jerry Riccioni and PBA Commissioner Mike Connor. Specially constructed and installed lanes by MF here, and the crowd of 5,000 turning on now to professional bowling, and this man, Walter Ray Williams Jr. The Central High School Band is back again, as it was here last year, directed by Chuck Lute.
Walter Ray trails by 19 with a strike. He'd cut the lead of Edwards to 9.
Fifth of the show boat, third in Baltimore. Walter Ray hasn't won since the Tournament Players Championship, October of 1994, and he bested our statistician, Butch Soper. Butch finished 15th this week, consistent moneymaker. The game is on. 1-pin lead now by Walter Ray Williams.
Walter was all smiles in the first couple of frames. You see that kind of tough look he gave Mike Edwards, but Mike Edwards is no guy to get riled on lanes. Physically, one of the toughest we have. And responds with his best shot.
Gee. Next Saturday on ABC Sports, the Professional Bowlers Tour rolls into Detroit. Justin Romick he aims to defend his title at the United States Open, live from Joe Louis Arena, another arena setting. Next Saturday at 3 Eastern, 2 Central, right here on the leader, ABC Sports.
And this man's the defending champion in Canada, Toronto, Canada, the IOF Foresters Open, 2 weeks from now. Big time ball there, Chris. He sent it wide and broke it in there.
Takes a 9-pin lead. Seesaw back and forth. Using the full approach. Walter Ray.
17 feet from the back of the approach to the foul line.
What was that, Nelson?
Well, that was a little disappointment, Chris. That's part of a game you always have, is a solid 8 when you almost throw it too well. Walter Ray with a very disciplined outside shot, starting the ball around the 5th board, maintaining a pretty straight line, a 12-board break in the pocket, and disappointed with the solid 8 hit as the 5 is chopped straight back off.
So for the president now, continuing to mark, sparing the 6th frame. This is the 5th consecutive year that he has made the finals of this tournament in our telecast. The only other player to do that was Earl Anthony, 5 straight years in the national PBA Nationals.
Back up. Oh.
He's yelling back up, and he's throwing that straight shot to take advantage of the oil. The ball sets up perfect for him.
Isn't this fun? Don't go away. This was a multi-purpose arena. A hockey team plays here, but never the enthusiasm that these bowling 5,000 have today. Listen to them, and they're just sort of doing nothing on the lanes at the moment. But they're about to start again, as this is our 2nd of 4 arena finals. Next week, Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, and then Toronto, and then in Chicago for the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions, another arena setting. And now Mike Edwards takes a 20-pin lead as we go to Nelson Burton.
Thank you, Chris Schenkel with me. Danny Wiseman. Danny, third place, the last 4 outs on ABC television. You're in third again today. Are you going to change something, or what's going to happen?
No, I'm not. I'm just going to go right at them. You know, they start getting a little tighter down the back end, and they're getting pretty close to how they were during the week. And I bowled pretty good in the morning, and just going right at them. Basically, I'm using the same ball as last week, and I got a very good shot, so we'll see what happens. It's a lot of fun.
Is there a third place jinx?
No, I'm going to break that today.
All right, he's ready, Chris. Back to you.
I guess. That's a 4-bagger with the last strike coming in the 8th frame. Mike Edwards moves out now to a 30-pin lead. Walter Ray has a strike up in the 7th. This is our first match. Danny will meet the winner, of course. Got a break on the 8th. Oh, it's back to a 20-pin lead by Walter Ray's opponent, Mike Edwards. Deadeye, the horseshoe champion. And Bo does know bowling.
Right now, Walter Ray Williams Jr., possible 259. Mike Edwards, possible 279. You better keep striking.
6-10. Silence, disappointment.
Well, Walter Ray going with that straight shot, just gets the ball a little left to target here. It hooks early and doesn't set up like it did for him in the 7th frame. Breaks up the 6-7-10 split, has the 6-10. Mike Edwards with a chance here in the 9th frame to put Walter Ray Williams Jr. on the ropes. And Chris, as you've always say, get all you can get, especially in a high-scoring environment like this.
Learned that early. So have you, Bo. So is Mike now. He's, after winning in Toronto about a year ago, it really helped him because he was on our telecast a lot. In fact, this is his 19th.
Well, Chris, you're right. In Toronto, he got his confidence back. This is a huge shot as he trips the 4-pin with the 2. He's in the driver's seat right now with another good mark here. He shuts out Walter Ray Williams Jr.
And I know that his mom and dad, Jim and Jean, probably on the shores of the lake, are cheering. An interesting family. Cherokee, Creek, and Choctaw. The other half Irish.
Well, Mike said he was going to have fun out there today, and he's having fun. Obviously, the winner of the first game, a possible 279. And his good friend Walter Ray Williams Jr. will have to settle for 5th. 268 with a spare, Chris.
He could be nonchalant after he's got it locked up, right?
Well, we expect high scores in arena setting. We've always had them. For all the arena settings we've had in the last year, the arena average is 243, and that's what you're going to need today to win, I'm sure.
Big 268. Beautiful performance. 5 straight years here with a 1st, a 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th, and a 5th.
Boy, that's pretty.
He's a hard-working president of the Professional Bowlers Association.
Possible 237 in a losing cause, and one of the great records he has here, Chris, out on the tour is a consecutive record of 200 games, 61 in a row, shot over 2 weeks in 1993. He had a lot of his horseshoe pitching fans down at the bowling center, Eastway Lanes, last night. And Walter Ray wanted me mentioned to his horseshoe pitching friends that in Wentzville, Missouri, just a little bit west of me, on April 23rd, he'll be in a good money tournament. Good money tournament, Wentzville, Missouri.
It's fun to watch.
He's a fun guy, too.
All right. The champion that he is, he struck out. 237, yet Mike Edwards has shot a 268 to earn the right to go against Danny Wiseman in the 2nd match. This ABC Sports